What's up, guys? I hope you are doing great. So in this lesson, I'm going to teach you the 6 essential strum patterns for worship music. Really the only 6 strum patterns I use when I'm playing worship music. So let's go. All right, so like I said, I'm just going to teach you the 6 main strum patterns you need for worship music. And I've been playing worship music for my church for like the last 10 years. These are really like, I might deviate a little bit like when we're playing and when we're like kind of in the flow of the moment or like spontaneous parts of the worship. But more or less, I stick to these 6 strum patterns. And to be honest, I'll probably in a lot of songs, I might even use all 6 strum patterns that I'm going to teach you. I might use them all in one song because that's, you know, when you're using different strum patterns, you're basically you're adding different dynamics to the song and how you're playing the acoustic, which is probably a video that I'll do at a later day. Just how to add dynamics to your acoustic guitar playing. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a later lesson. But the 6 strum patterns, I'm going to use the song Waymaker. Everyone knows it. You know it's my go-to when I'm teaching these lessons. So I'm going to use the full song Waymaker just to kind of show you some of these different strum patterns. And the first one is just going to be the single down strum. So don't underestimate this single down strum. It's really good for like at the beginning of songs, and then like when you're building a song up, and then you just kind of like you pull the rug out, and then you go into a low chorus or something. So let's just take that first verse. You are here, moving in our midst. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, working in this place. I worship you. I worship you. So if you were playing with the full band, you know, the keys would probably take care of most of that. It's a little bit of a softer kind of intro, like first couple of verses. So you wouldn't want to be doing much. You just want to do some simple do 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 do. So sometimes you need to just start with a simple single down strum, and we're going to come back to that single down strum once we get out of the bridge later on. So that would be the first strum pattern. Again, it's not really a strum pattern, but just those single down strums. Another thing you can do if you wanted to just add a little bit of rhythm to those single down strums is just I worship you. You are here, working in this place. I worship you. I worship you. So you're just adding just a little bit of flavor there, just, you know, soft, just to make, just so it's not as kind of like quiet in between the down strums. So that's something you can also do just to give it a little bit more, I guess a little bit more rhythm. So the second strum pattern would be, I call it just the kind of the soft rhythmic strum pattern, the soft rhythmic driving strum pattern. So let's say we're going into we do the first verse, we do the first chorus. That second verse, we kind of pick up the rhythm a little bit. So I would do something like this. You are here, touching every heart. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, healing every heart. I worship you. I worship you. So you're kind of driving it a little bit, like you're giving it some solid rhythm, but you're not like going you're just adding some nice flow and just some nice down strums. And usually when I'm playing this soft rhythmic drive pattern, I'm keeping my pick nice and light, nice and easy. And I'm just usually focusing on like the bassier notes, like up top here, when I can. Obviously for this D chord, I mean, you can't be strumming the top strings, but so for like that C, the G, and the E minor, I'm probably just strumming like the top four, maybe that B string too, but kind of staying away from that high E string. So that's just a really nice kind of intermediate strum pattern you can use. Just to give it some nice rhythm, but you're not being too aggressive, and you're not being distracting like on the acoustic. So that would be the second strum pattern I would use, and I normally use. The third strum pattern, and we're going to go back to the first verse, show you just kind of a different way you could play it. The third strum pattern is just it's just a rhythmic strum pattern. I teach it in a lot of my lessons and tutorials. It's just the down, down, up, up, down, 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 up. So the down, down, up, up, down, 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 up. And this one's kind of like a little bit of I call it like an airy, like you're picking up the rhythm, but there's still kind of some breathing room in there. You're not doing too much. So that would sound like this. Like if we wanted to start off the song maybe with a little bit more rhythm, not so like down and just, quiet, you could just start off with that down, down, up, up, down, 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 up. You are here, moving in our midst. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, working in this place. I worship you. I worship you. And the thing when you're doing these up strums, the trick is a lot of times I'm not doing a full like up on all the strings. I'm just kind of, my up might be this. Just kind of hitting those bottom two strings. Maybe the bottom three strings there. So down, down, up, up, down, down. My full strums, I'm strumming everything. I'm still keeping it soft, still keeping it smooth and light. But that's part of the trick with strumming. When it's an up strum, like sometimes that doesn't always mean you're gonna be going like this. Like you don't need this huge motion with your wrist and with your hand. It's just, it might just be that little flick of the wrist there, hitting those, bottom few strings. So, that would be, kind of a nice little rhythmic, airy strum pattern. Another very similar one that I teach, the fourth one, would be very similar. Down, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up. So down, down, up, down, 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 up. So if we wanted to maybe add a little bit more rhythm, a little bit more not busyness to the second time we sing that first verse, it would sound like this. You could use this drum pattern. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, working in this place. I worship you. I worship you. Same thing with that strum. When you're doing the ups, sometimes I'm not even doing a full like up strum on the strings. It's just that little flick of the wrist to grab those kind of those bottom 3 strings there. So that would be the fourth strum pattern that I use. And again, I'll probably use all of these strum patterns in this Waymaker song, just because it's a longer song, and it's got so many kind of like, not ebbs and flows, but it just, yeah, it builds and then it softens, then it builds, then it softens. So the 5th strum pattern that I use would be, it's called 16th notes. And that's just up, down, 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 up, down. So no down, down, up, down, up. It's just, so those are 16th notes. And this is, I don't want to say this is a more advanced strum pattern, but it really, you know, you got to make sure you have a good control on the timing of the song. And also, like, you know, you got to make sure you can strum, you know, well without, like, you know, losing your pick and stuff like that, which is why I always recommend a little bit of a thinner pick on some of these rhythmic worship songs. So for this song, Waymaker, let's say we do the first verse, we do the first chorus, and then we get into the second verse. I might use 16th notes as we're kind of building a little bit. Touching every heart, I worship you, I worship you. Full rhythm here. You are here, you're turning lives around. I worship you, I worship you. You are here, you're mending every heart. I worship you, I worship you. Again, just like for this strum, sometimes I'm just kind of catching those bottom few strings, and I'm still keeping my strumming nice and light. I'm not going like hard and like aggressive. Just keep it nice and light and nice and smooth. So that would be the 5th strum pattern that you can use when you're playing worship music throughout the course of a song. And then the last strum pattern, I just call it the kind of the building drive pattern, or the building driving pattern. That's when you're really kind of digging in and you're getting big on the song. Like you hear the drums going and the drums building. So for this song, it would be the part of the bridge, and then it would also be after the second chorus. That is who, that is who. So you're kind of just, you're building the song up, and you're just using this time with this strum pattern, you can be a little bit more aggressive, dig into those strings a little bit. And when I'm doing that building drive pattern, I'm really just kind of focusing on, again, these bass notes up here. And then let me show you again the power of just the single down strum. I'm gonna build this part up, and then I'm gonna just sweep the rug out, and I'm gonna do a single down strum as we get back into the chorus. So, that is who you are, that is who you are, we're building, that is who you are, that is who you are, that is who you are. That is who you are. That is who you are. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keep, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. So just the power of that single down strum coming after that big build, super, super nice. So those are the 6 just essential strum patterns, and really the only strum patterns more or less that I use when I'm playing worship music, when I'm playing either for a full band, the church band, or just for me leading worship for myself, my family, a small group setting. So I hope this helps you guys out. I think it definitely will. If you have questions, definitely let me know. Just leave a comment. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Love y'all. Bye.